Hi everybody, my name is Katrina Gray and you're listening to the Brett Cooney's podcast show, and that's the place where you can listen to all the cool podcasts. Enjoy!
All right, BradCooney.com would like to welcome to the show a very special guest tonight from Quiet Riot, the drummer, Mr. Frankie Banali, man. Just a pleasure to have you on board.
Hey, Brad. Really nice to be able to chat with you tonight.
You know, when I first saw the Mental Health record, I looked at the cover, and I didn't even hear one song on it yet, and I just bought it, because I just knew it was going to be badass.
You know, it's the funny thing about that cover is you see the guy with the metal mask, and you see him with the red leather straitjacket, and then you see the padded cell behind him, right?
Yep.
Okay, if you take a close look at the padded cell behind the individual behind the mask, it's a packing blanket from U-Haul.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I gotta look at this real quick.
Take a closer look sometime.
I want to look at it right now, because I got it on my Facebook page right in front of me. All right, this is going to be insane. You gotta be kidding me, Frankie. That is unbelievable. I love that.
Yeah, you know that's when you're working with a very tight budget.
Absolutely, man. I mean, it's funny. You make do with what you got at the time, and look at the success of that record, though. And of course, we're going to talk about you guys' new record coming out in just a second. But the Mental Health record, honestly, man, if refresh my memory, what was the exact year that came out? Like 80? What was that? 80?
83. That came out March 17th of 1983.
So I graduated high school in 84 and went to the Navy, and that record got me through so much freaking hard days when I was deployed.
Oh, man, thank you.
I want you to know that. I've been waiting to tell you that. The record just got me and a lot of my shitmates, too, man, because that album was cranking back in 1984. I mean, you guys are all over the place.
You know, it's really funny because I've heard similar stories from guys that have gone to Afghanistan. As a matter of fact, I was told by a couple of people in the military that when they were trying to get Noriega out of his palace, his fortified palace in Panama, they got these giant horn speakers, and they were facing it towards the palace and continued to play the Mental Health record over and over again as loud as they could.
Frankie, you want to hear something crazy? I promise to you, my friend, he's my coworker, his name is Ron, he was an army infantry guy in Panama when that happened, and he told me he was there and heard that. He heard.
So as you can see, I'm not making this stuff up.
No.
With me, everything is fact.
That is confirmation right there, guaranteed. All right, so let's get into this One Night in Milan. This is a live record, and I got to listen to it. It's freaking badass, man. It's good stuff. It's great to hear you guys just doing your thing. Talk about the record a little bit. What can the fans expect when they listen to it?
Well, I got the call from the kind people at Frontiers Music, and they wanted to know if Quiet Riot would be interested in playing in Milan April of 2018. And of course, I was definitely interested because Quiet Riot had never played in Italy in our entire life. And once that I had agreed to do that, they asked if I might be interested in having it recorded for a live record. And I said, yeah, absolutely, we can do that. The only condition I have is that I'm not asked to take any of the tracks into the studio and recut anything. In other words, no replacing vocals, no replacing guitar solos, no fixing bass things, no fixing anything. Because to me, if you have confidence in the people you work with, but more importantly, if you're making a live record and you're calling it a live record, the minute you take it into the studio, by definition, it ceases to be a live record. So that's why I titled it One Night in Milan, because that's exactly what it was. That's one night in Milan, how Quiet Riot sounded, how Quiet Riot performed.
And one of the things that used to really, really aggravate me about live records was when you knew it was produced fake crowd noise, and you could just tell it was fake. I hated that. So with One Night in Milan, you just get raw Quiet Riot. When you have a product and you can deliver that product, you shouldn't have to be worried about going, fixing stuff.
Well, and credit goes to the fact that You know, I have a really, really strong lineup. Alex Grassi has been in the band 13, 14 years now, so it's not like he's a new guy.
Yeah.
Chuck, who's an amazing bass player, he's been involved in the band on and off since '82. And James Durbin is now in his second year with Quiet Riot, and it made it special because, you know, nobody's ever going to replace Kevin, but some of the great things about working with James is that he has the vocal range to be able to sing the Quiet Riot material in a manner that it should be performed. He's an excellent showman, so he really likes being on stage, and so did Kevin. And he's a really, really nice guy. So so far, so good.
You know, and I'm going to go ahead and jump ahead about 5 questions because I was going to talk about Durbin. And you beat me to the punch, which is perfectly okay because it's never a bad time to segue into him. You know, I'm not going to do any name dropping. I'm not going to do anything like that. But there was a person I heard on I'm just going to say the radio that wasn't very nice to James Durbin, and I was like, all right, well, let me listen to what this guy has to say, and then I'm going to formulate my own opinion when I hear James perform. And when I heard James perform, I was like, what the freak is this guy on the radio talking about? This guy, James Durbin, is a monster. He is freaking awesome. I mean, I was blown away.
Listen, any criticism that's levied against James or Quiet Riot or any of the members of the band, and especially me, it's water off a duck's back. I don't care about it because usually the source isn't reliable, so why should I take it serious? You know, and everybody's got their agenda. You know, it's the equation is so incredibly simple and so incredibly crystal clear. You don't like Quiet Riot? Don't go to a Quiet Riot show.
Simple as that.
You don't like Quiet Riot? Don't buy a Quiet Riot record. It's as simple as that. Nobody's forcing it on you. You know, I could care less whether you come to the show or whether you buy the record if you don't like the band. So what's your problem? Because it certainly isn't my problem.
You know what? The difference is, like, for me, there's music that I don't particularly care for out there. You guys happen to be not one of them. I've been a Quiet Riot fan since 1983. But if I don't like you know, the thing is, if I don't like a band, I don't bash them publicly about it. I just don't, like you said, I just don't buy their records, and I just move on to a band that I do like. So anyway, that was very unfortunate because, let me tell you, for my listeners out there, this James Durbin kid is the real freaking deal, man. I mean, I heard right off your new live record, One Night in Milan. When you guys sang Mental Health, oh my God.
Real deal.
Yeah.
Real deal. Like I said, you can never replace Kevin DuBrow.
That's right.
But let me tell you, a key factor for me to continue Quiet Riot is to have it sound like Quiet Riot, so that it is Quiet Riot, and it does sound like Quiet Riot, and it is indeed Quiet Riot. So, you know, if somebody doesn't share that opinion, that's their problem, not mine.
Exactly. One more thing on James, because I had a fan and wanted me to ask you a question about James. He's a great kid. He's one of my Facebook followers. He wanted to know how exactly did you guys select James? I know, of course, we know he won the it was American Idol, I believe, or was it America's Got Talent? Which one did James Durbin win?
He was on American Idol, and he was on season 10, and he got as far as the number 4, so he was top 4 before he was eliminated. And what ended up happening is, well before, I mean, this was, you know, because season 10 was years ago, and I wasn't a person that watched the show for any other reason that it wasn't one of the shows I watched. And a friend of mine says, hey, you know, they've got a rock kid on American Idol, and that intrigued me because that's one thing that was, you know, really lacking in the performers that they had on the show. So, you know, I found out when the show was going to be on, and it happened to be the one where he sang with Judas Priest. And I heard him and watched this, and I said to myself, damn, that kid's got a great voice. He's really talented. He looks comfortable on stage. You know, I think he's going to do really well. I hope it does well for him. And that was it, out of sight, out of mind. So then move up now to 2017, and I find myself in the situation of once again having to cut loose a singer that just wasn't working out. And I spoke with our guitarist Alex, and as it happened at the time, Alex was working on a side project with James. So he said to me, well, what do you think? What do you think about James Durbin? And I said, yeah, I'm definitely interested. And so I sent James a brand new song that didn't have any vocals or anything on it. It was just the music. And I sent it to him, and within a day he turned it around. He had written lyrics, and he had recorded it, done the lead vocals and the background vocals, and that song actually turned out to be Can't Get Enough.
Oh, wow.
Which was the video for the Road Rage release that we released last August. And so from that point on, he came on board, and we've been a happy camp ever since.
That's awesome. He seems like a real likable guy, and you know what? He also seems very coachable. What I mean by that is somebody that will just keep quiet, listen, and learn, and then run with it. He seems like he's very coachable.
Yeah, he's like I said, he's a great person. He's a great family man. I love the way he sings, and he's a great performer. And I like that when he writes, lyrics for any one of the Quiet Riot songs, he writes from a perspective of things that he knows of, and the best songs usually come from there.
All right, so let's talk about Thunderbird, the track Thunderbird. Now, I read some of the information that was sent out. That's the first song. That's the first time it was performed live.
No, that's inaccurate. Remember, we're dealing with Frontiers. It's an Italian label, and sometimes things get a little lost in translation. Here's the story on that.
Okay.
When we recorded that song in 1982 for the Mental Health record, the recorded studio version starts with a piano intro, and then there's piano all the way through the entire song. Now,
I lost you.
And it has always been dedicated to the memory of Randy Rhoads. And we have never played the song the way it was recorded because we don't have a keyboard player. We don't take a keyboard player out on the road. So once I made the decision that I was going to recording the show in Milan live, I knew who the producer was going to be, and who's a friend of mine, Alessandro Del Vecchio, who did a great job on the production. But he happens to be a ridiculously accomplished musician and a keyboard player. So I got in touch with him and I said, listen, how would you feel about playing piano on Thunderbird? We've never played it live this way. And he was very humbled, and he was very, very appreciative of the opportunity. And so what you have on this CD and DVD is the only time we have played that song live as it was recorded back in 1982.
Gotcha. All right. That makes more sense. I was kind of scratching my head a little bit when I read that. So that clears that up.
Tomato.
Exactly. No worries, man. All right, well, I'm going to mix in a couple fan questions here because everybody was really excited when I announced you were coming on the show. So I got a kid named James. I say a kid, he's 30-something years old. He's a kid to me. A kid named James out of Dallas, Texas. He said, please ask Frankie, does Quiet Riot have any plans to hit the studio to release another record? Of course, he must be talking after Road Rage, next year perhaps.
Putting aside the fact that we've got the Live in Milan that's coming out this Friday, the 25th, we're already in the studio recording the next studio record. So tell them yes, we're already way ahead of my schedule.
Well, I'm sure he's going to be happy to hear that. That's for sure. Do you have a favorite venue? I mean, you've been doing this a long time, Frankie. Is there any particular venue, or maybe a top 1 or 2 or 3 that really you just love to play?
Well, I mean, I can tell you the ones that played key factors in my life. I mean, obviously, you have to mention the US Festival because we played to over 375,000 people at 11:30 in the morning.
That's insane.
Putting that aside, the first time we played Madison Square Garden, that was important for me because, I grew up in New York, and I had seen Led Zeppelin there and a million other bands. So actually playing on the stage where a lot of my heroes had played, that was important. Another important one was playing the LA Forum because if you're from LA, that's the high watermark, the LA Forum, and we played it twice. The second time we headlined it on the Condition Critical tour, so that was important. Having said that, we play because the music industry has changed so much, and especially in the last 10 years. We play everything from clubs to festivals that have 20, 30, 50, 70,000 people. And my feeling on it is that you should give a club audience the exact same show that you would give a Madison Square audience show, because they went out of their way to buy a ticket. They went out of their way to come and see you. They could have done something else. They could have spent their money on something else. Then they chose to spend it on Quiet Riot, and so they deserve the best possible show, be it a small club in the middle of nowhere, or be it the biggest festival in the middle of everywhere.
So when you guys, before you got signed to the big record deal, how long were you guys playing? And can you kind of give a quick synopsis about how it went down? Like you got where the big break came?
Well, Kevin and I started working together. The first time we discussed seriously working together, Kevin came down to hear me. I was in a three-piece power trio that sounded like a cross between Jeff Beck and Led Zeppelin, and it had Michael Monarch, the original guitarist from Steppenwolf and Detective, and a bass player named Tommy Steele. And Kevin came to see me play at that show, and after the show we bellied up to the bar and had a couple of drinks, and we started talking about working together. So it was probably 3 to 6 months after that we started working together in 1980, and that was after Randy had left to go play with Ozzy, and Rudy had also left to go play with Ozzy. So the nucleus of the Dubrow band was Kevin and myself, and then we had a million other people that came in and out of it, including Rudy in an early version, and including Chuck in a latter version. So I've been doing this for a good 3 years before we released the Mental Health record.
Let me ask you this: when you guys were putting that record together, and you guys were writing the material, was there any kind of premonition? Did you have a feeling that thing was going to blow up like it did?
No, none whatsoever. I mean, we thought that the songs were great. We thought that everybody at the end of the exercise, when we actually had the band that went in and recorded the Mental Health record, we thought everybody in the band was right for the band, and we were tight. But we looked at the material, and it was completely different than anything else that was going on. So when all of a sudden we find ourselves, in the top 10 with people like Michael Jackson from the Thriller record, and the Police, Synchronicity, and Paul McCartney, and Lionel Richie, and all these people, that was pretty amazing. We had no idea that we were going to jump over Michael Jackson and the Police and go to number one. I mean, nobody could have predicted that. I think if anybody thought that could have happened and bet on us, they would have been the richest people on the planet, because the odds of that happening seemed impossible, yet it was possible.
Do you remember where you were and what you were doing when it just hit you? Like, holy crap, this thing's really this is really going places.
Well, we were out on the road touring hard. The record came out March 17th of '83, and the first shows that we did after the record was released was the next day, the 18th and 19th of 1983. We played at the Roxy. We did 2 shows a night, headlining with Black and Blue opening up, and all 4 shows were sold out. And then we just went out on the road, and we were opening up for everybody. We were fortunate to open up for Scorpions, ZZ Top, Black Sabbath, Iron Maiden. But when reality hit was, and as you can see, I've got a memory like this tomorrow. When reality hit was November 15th of 1983. It was the day after my birthday, and we were playing Rockford, Illinois. And our manager came into the dressing room and gave us the news that the following week Mental Health would be number 1, because you get the numbers a week ahead so that they can print the copies, and everything that goes out. And that's when reality hit us that
Number
this
one.
this is huge. I mean, this is beyond huge. I mean, at that point, we were selling anywhere between 35 and 50,000 copies a week. And at that point, you know, the album went gold, and then platinum, then double platinum, then triple platinum, then quadruple platinum.
Wow.
And we stopped counting in 2003. It was 10 million copies of Mental Health worldwide, and we stopped counting at that point, so I have no idea where it's at. But that night in Rockford, Illinois, it became very real. But it was also balanced by the fact that, you know, we're going to have a number one record the next week, and we were the opening act for Black Sabbath.
Wow. That's insane, man. All right, one more fan question, and then we'll get back on the live record. This young lady, whose name is Jill. She's from Hempstead, Long Island. There you go. She said, "I'm sure Frankie has a lot of highlights in his career, but can he mention one or two of one of his highlights of your career when you look back?"
The reason Madison Square Garden, and I mentioned it before, but the reason Madison Square Garden was important to me personally is because I had so much history with that place. I mean, when I was a kid, you know, my parents used to take me to Madison Square Garden to see the Ringling Brothers Circus. And then when I got older, my dad used to take me to what he called prize fighting. He didn't call it boxing, he called it prize fighting. And he'd always get the bloody seats, you know, where when somebody got smacked in the face, you know, blood came spurting out, we got it, you know.
Yeah.
So I had history with that, and then seeing so many bands at Madison Square Garden, especially my favorite band, Led Zeppelin, my favorite rock band, Led Zeppelin. And true story, when we came into play there, the first time we played there, we were supporting Judas Priest. So as soon as we got to the venue, I went to the union crew and I said, all right, was anybody here working when Led Zeppelin played here? And just one old guy says, me.
Okay.
And I said, come here. And I took him over to the stage and I said, do you remember exactly where John Bonham sat?
Oh my God.
When they played?
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah. And he comes over and he does a cross on the ground with his foot. And I said to my drum tech, that's where.
That's
so, you know.
That's freaking awesome. See, right there, you set up exactly where John Bonham, the drummer for Zeppelin, set up.
Yep, and then it gets, and even as great as that was, it gets even better because the next morning, before we left town to go play wherever we were playing, you know, that following evening, we were required to go to CBS Records. This is before it was Sony. To CBS Records, and we went and saw the president, Walter Yetnikoff, and we were presented with gold and platinum albums. So it's like, you know, last night we finished playing Madison Square Garden, and then we had a huge party afterwards, and then the next morning we're getting gold and platinum records, and that is truly called living the dream.
No kidding. Plus, you played in the exact spot John Bonham was banging the drums.
That's right. I didn't sound anything like him, but I sure felt good.
Yeah, that's great, man. You mentioned Judas Priest before. I'd be remiss if I don't mention this. It's beyond me how they're not in the Hall of Fame yet. I mean, why isn't Judas Priest in the freaking Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Yeah, it's not right. But, you know, at the same token, there's a lot of things that aren't right about this industry. Quiet Riot, it goes to number one. First metal album goes to number one. And we didn't even get nominated for a Grammy for Best New Group. Nothing. They completely, totally snubbed us. And when Kevin passed away, God bless him, they completely snubbed him that year on the memoriam. They didn't even include him. So, you know, it can be a really nasty business.
Unfortunate. You mentioned Kevin, man. God, when I've heard that guy's vocals for the first time, I told you before, I bought the record before I knew I had to have the record just by the cover. I'm telling you, I didn't even hear the songs yet. I heard it on the radio, I'm sure, but I didn't hear a lot of the B songs. You know what I mean? I didn't hear a lot of the other songs. But first time I heard Kevin's vocals, I mean, every hair in my body stood up. I was like, oh my God, this dude is just takes it to a different level.
Yeah, and in his entire career, let me tell you, at the end of his life, he was singing better and stronger than he sang when I first met him. And when I first met him, he was singing better and stronger than anybody else I had ever heard. He was an amazing singer and an amazing performer, and one of the funniest guys I've ever known.
God bless him, man. He's up in heaven.
Yeah.
You know what? He's up in heaven looking down, looking at you guys like, man, that's my boy. They're still doing it. They're still doing it.
You know, every single show.
Oh, Frankie, your phone.
Are you there?
Yeah, well, your phone just broke up a little bit. Can you repeat that?
Show that Quiet Riot ever played, Kevin and I always walked up on stage together, and every night I walk up on stage now, I feel him there. It's the weirdest thing. So
That's freaking. That's something you'll never forget, and you'll have it the rest of your life. So that's.
Yeah, listen, I spent 27 years sitting behind the drums, looking at this guy in front of me for 27 years. So it was a pretty big hit. It was a pretty big hit.
I know it was. And I read a lot about how your relationship with him, and it just must have been really tough on you, man. All right, brother. Let's I wanted, before I let you go, because I know you probably got another interview coming up here in a few minutes. Tell the fans real quick where they can get the new record, One Night in Milan, and just kind of go over where they can follow you on your social media and things like that.
They can definitely get it through Amazon. They can go direct to Frontiers SRL. They can just find that on the internet. So those are two of the quickest sources that I know of. And it's a great record. The set list that I picked for that particular show, knowing that there was a lot of fans that never heard the band, I gave them a lot of material from Metal Health, some things from Condition Critical and QR3, but I also included a couple of deep tracks, and we did Whatever It Takes from the 1995 Down to the Bone record, and Terrified, the title track from the 1993 record. So, and also two brand new songs from Road Rage. We did a Freak Flag and Can't Get Enough. So they're going to get a really, really great representation of Quiet Riot then and now.
It is a great. I listened to the whole thing yesterday, and it's got a great. I love the flow. I mean, I can't speak highly enough about James Durbin, of course, and Chuck Wright, of course. A lot of people, maybe some of the younger audience, they don't realize Chuck Wright was there when you guys were writing. He was in the middle of Metal Health, wasn't he? Back when the first record came out.
Yeah, he played bass on the track Metal Health and Don't Want to Let You Go. So he is represented on the Metal Health on those two tracks. He's represented on Condition Critical and one of the tracks on there. So again, like I said, he's been part of the Quiet Riot family on and off since 1982.
All right, last thing I got for you. You mentioned a minute ago that you guys are going to be hitting the studio, or if not already. What about a Quiet Riot tour for 2019? Can the fans expect to see you guys hit the road?
Oh yeah, we already started. We did our last, to give you an idea how little time off we take, the last show we did in 2018 was at the Whiskey in Hollywood on December 27th. Our first show was less than 3 weeks later, this past weekend, the 19th in Arizona. We leave on Friday to go play up in San Francisco, and I've been managing the band since 1993, so I've got my thumb on the pulse of everything.
Oh, yeah.
I have got contracts sitting here for accepted dates all the way into October of 2019 and beyond.
Beautiful. Frankie, thank you, man. It's been an honor to have you on the show. Really, really big fan of you guys for so many years. Just an honor to talk to you. I appreciate you doing this.
Brad, thank you so much for the interest. Like I said, two of the most important things for me and Quiet Riot are the fans that have made it possible for us to have the career we've had and we continue to have, but also to people like you that are interested enough in the band that'll give us the time to really promote and set the record straight and let people know that Quiet Riot is alive and well.
You got that right, man. Frankie, appreciate you so much, and I'll tweet this out on all my social networks. If you can, share it as well so we can get it out there for everybody.
Yeah, just make sure I know where it is, and